And it's a dodgy kind of a number called Orca, Orca, Killer Whale. This morning, and you won't believe what I did see. 3 whales outside my window, swimming in the River Lee. Orca, Orca. They were killer whales. 3 whales swam up our river, up through Passage West. Well, you never saw such excitement. Nobody had ever seen or heard of such a thing before. People came from far and near to see the whales. They come in aeroplanes from Finland, and helicopters from England, from the radio and the TV. When I met an old woman in the supermarket, she said, "John, you have to write a song about the whales. Who else is gonna do it?" I went, "Orca, Orca, killer whales." But I met a busker up in Paul Street. He said, "John, I think they come with a message from the deep. Clean up the sea." I said, "I don't know, Matty. Maybe they only come up for the salmon and the mullet. I'm not sure." But it's true that they spent a long time outside the city hall, speaking to the city fathers in a language no one could understand. 3 boys come out of Charlie's, 1 o'clock in the morning, out of their heads on ease. Well, they thought, ladies and gentlemen, that they took one too many when they see the 3 whales splashing around outside in the lee. Orca, Orca. They were killer whales. Well, the word went out that night on the Human Mammal mobile phone. The Human Mammal gathered from far and near that night down on Union Quay for the greatest party of all time that was ever held in Cork. Burning on through the night. There was drink, there was drugs, there was music, there was love, there was whales. Orca, Orca, killer whales. Swam up as far as the School of Music. Everyone was getting fierce, worried about the whales. The crowd from the university came on the radio. They said, "We have to turn the situation around. We have to save the whales." But they swam all the way up to the School of Music. They came a long, long way, especially to hear the human children playing the violin. Orca, Orca. They were killer whales. You never saw such excitement. The town was full of stories. The city was full of talk. Old fellas were going around saying, "When I was a young fella, you could walk across the River Lee on the backs of a mullet." No, the Irish, we don't eat the mullet. We think that they eat the shit off the bottom. I bet you they're grand. I bet you there's nothing wrong with those fish. The French, for example, love them. So does the orca. Orca. The killer whale. Well, they hung around for about a week and a half, lashing into the salmon and the mullet, coming and going as they pleased, splashing around in the River Lee, underneath the bridges of Cork, like they owned the place. Then the word came through on the radio that there was another 30 orca killer whales down by the mouth of the harbour. What's going on? There was a pod of whales down in the harbour. That was the word. That week in Cork, you had to have the word. Everyone was going around saying, pod. Then the news came through on the radio that Mama Orca died. She was washed up by Paul Gurran. Well, the sky was completely blue. The sea was completely blue. The day that Mama Orca passed away. There was a girl crying on the radio. It's hard for you to imagine here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the red chair in the Bean and Berry, like, on the 29th or something of April 2009, like, how upset the people got that time in Cork. These 3 whales, they were after swimming into the people's hearts. There was a girl crying on the radio. crowd from the university came back on. They said it was a tooth infection, killed the old grandmother whale in the end, poisoned the blood. They said that there was no dentist down under the sea. They said that if you live, ladies and gentlemen, a long and healthy life, some chance of that, like looking at the state of you, like you're like. Anyway, they said, death is going to get you in the end. Death comes in through the teeth. Other two whales, they turned around, they were after learning all her songs. They swam way back down the harbour. They met the other 30 orcas waiting for them below by the mouth of the harbour. Sorry about your mother. And they all turned around and they swam away back out to sea, and they were never seen again. What was that all about, like? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the summer of the whales. It was only the summer before last summer. But now, it's just a vague memory with us. The strange people of Cork with the memory of a goldfish. But I met an old woman in the supermarket. She said, John, you have to write a song about the whales. Who else is actually going to do it? Only for her, ladies and gentlemen, there would be no song, if you could call it a song, like. Anyway, I just went, Orca, Orca, killer whale. Thanks very much.